Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. So today's topic is going to be, hold on a second, I'm at an intersection, excuse me. You know, you should never speak on the phone when you're at an intersection. Always stop. Your audience will understand. So anyway, you'll never know what the thought process of a seller is until the final moment sometimes of decision making. We'll tell you a story what happened. Anyway, so as you know, we are in multiple states now selling dental practices nationwide. We have 10 employees, including 2 CPA accountants. And we are here to assist you, buyer or seller. Our phone number is 201-663-0935, and the website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. You can reach us from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. every day on the East Coast, except Christmas and Easter. So please give us a call. We are here to help you. Now, the beautiful out here in New Jersey, believe it or not. The information you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes only. It's not legal or business advice. Now, if you want to sell to a DSO, please call us because they will often pay our commission, and we're independent of them. So that will help you. Be no commission for the seller. And when you work with us, and it's a DSO sale, often we will get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing. So just call us for details. It'll be based on criteria. So anyway, as far as sellers go, despite what a seller may say of their bottom line and what they will sell the practice for, and they'll deny, you'll never know until the offers are put in front of the seller, despite what they say. Now, we're just going through something now. It was coming down to the deadline. And the seller says, look, if you don't sell it within the next week or so, or we had an offer, and the seller said, if that buyer doesn't come up to what I want, the deal's over. Buyer put in a lower offer, but it was a fair offer. You know, we weren't getting that many buyers. And the seller said, I will never accept that offer. You can forget about it. Now, we knew we had about a time schedule, about a week left for that buyer, because the buyer said, I have to move on. I have other opportunities. I'm just going to give you about another week. So sure enough, the deadline was coming in the next, like today or tomorrow or yesterday. So I told the seller, I said, we're at the deadline. The seller doesn't want to come up in price. You told the seller you'll never accept that. What should I do? Should I tell him the deal is off? There is no acceptance of his offer. Mind you, the entire time, the seller is telling me, forget it. I am not accepting that price. You've got to get the price up or deal over. Buyer said, well, I'm not going up any higher because based on my statistics and what the bank says, this is fair market value. Actually, I'm paying over fair market value. So I just don't want to go up. And the seller's telling me, that's it then, that's it. This is all along, waiting for like 3 weeks a month, constantly saying, I'm not going to increase my, the buyer said, I'm not going to increase my offer. Seller's saying, I'm not going to decrease what I will accept. You never know with this seller until it comes down to the wire sometimes. So we're at the wire now this week. Suddenly the seller says, well, maybe I'll accept the offer. Maybe. And because we're at a deadline. And that's what happened. We're at the deadline. Things change. So you can't be in this business and think you can predict what a seller is going to accept or not. You don't know, despite what they say. You know, they start thinking and thinking and thinking. They're running out of time. They know this buyer's going to walk. And all of a sudden, the seller said, well, maybe we'll think about it. All right, see if he's still interested. That was the last words. See if he's still interested in his price, because don't forget, it's been a month now. So I say to you, I can't predict. I will never know what a seller will accept or not accept. You as a buyer got to put in the offer. Maybe you should have a little bit of flexibility, but if you want to stand by your offer, then so be it. And in dentistry, as I say, you pay a little bit more than you're comfortable with. So what? Forget what the bank says. You're going to make it back because you're making a business. It's not an inanimate object like a house that is not a business and will not generate income. So I think we may be able to buy, if my buyer is still interested, I think we may be able to put this deal together to a seller that said, I will not come down on my price. I will not accept the offer, time and time and time again, until we're at the deadline, the final deadline, and now the seller is opening up a little bit. And that's what happens. You've got to be patient sometimes. It's hard as a broker, but you don't know, and I can't predict what seller is going to yield and accept a lower price. I don't know. I won't know sometimes till the very last moment, despite what they tell me. And I've been at this game a long time. So that's why you need a broker in between. You don't want buyer and seller negotiating back and forth. You want a broker that can broker the deal. And I think that's all right. We don't make a lot of money on that one either, but I do like the negotiations. I do enjoy it. And we'll see if we can put something together. But it's hard. It's hard on all parties, but I think now we're at the deadline, and it looks like the seller's going to fall. The seller will yield. The seller will drop. And I didn't predict he was going to. I thought he was just going to tell the buyer to take a walk. And now the seller is going to accept the lower price, and I'm excited. I'll go back to the buyer. Let's see what he says. I don't know. Now I don't know what the buyer is going to say, because it's been so long. But let me see what I could do. All right, we stay on top of these things every day. You can't let a day go by. It's every day. It's Christmas and Easter, right? Take off, and that's it. You're always thinking about your deals. It's nights, days, weekends, holidays. It never ends. You've got to stay on the deal, move the deal forward, have the best professionals, like the best dental bank, the best dental attorneys. That's what makes things happen. And you got to stay on it, and you got to have the right team, and that's what we do. We try to provide you the best service. All right, I'm still working. It's about 7:45 at night almost, wherever you are. But heading down to the beach, I'm excited. I'll work from the beach tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Now we have new practices coming out all the time. Should be a new list of practices, so keep an eye on that. Subscribe to the channel, and you'll get alerted when we have new things to talk about. Surprised how many people are listening to me. I can't believe it. So we have, I think, 348 YouTubes out there. So keep listening. Thanks. Bye.